Hello, my dear Pisces. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of September with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. And I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And if you want to watch the channel's readings in advance and free from ads, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal questions readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. I can also recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for August because that's the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for September. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. So when I open your deck here, I see the Three of Swords in the reverse with the Five of Wands in the reversed. There's a person that's in pain because they can't no longer be with you, or you have broken up, or you have had a conflict, and they want to undo that, or they want to wind back time and get into contact with you again. They want to assess the damage and see what they can do about it because they don't like how it feels to be without you. Okay, so it's they're looking at this from their point of view, what they can do to get what they want, but what they don't want is the pain that they have now missing you. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we can see the lovers together with the Five of Swords. So it might be that this person has acted a little bit nasty towards you in the past, used like a lot of tools to win over you in arguments or make you feel bad about yourself, or feel like you weren't really loved, or as they were in this just to torment you. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have the Tower. So when we do someone like that, of course the relationship won't hold. If we are being selfish in the relationship, only looking out for our own best interest, we are not taking care of the other person, we don't make them feel loved or worthy, the relationship is doomed to fall. And this seems to be what has happened here between you two, that the relationship has fallen in on itself. Okay, so 6 elements, and here we have the Knight of Cups together with the Lovers in the reversed. So whomever kind of feel guilty for this, what happened, is the person that now wants to fix it, wants to correct it. They feel sorry for how they behaved in the relationship, and a lot of things that they did or said, they wish they could take it back. Okay. So sometimes sinner is waking up to their bad behavior a little bit too late. So it might be too late, but we'll see. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. 10 of Wands. For many of the people that have been a little bit used and abused in the relationship, you might have had enough. You don't want to have like more disappointment or stick around waiting for more disappointment or from being betrayed in this situation. So this might be many of you Pisces position in this, acting very stubborn, closed in, living in your castle, taking care of yourself, not inviting strangers or bad people into your life. Okay. So I want my dear Pisces to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. This is Taurus energy, and then we have the Four of Swords in the reversed. So someone that have had a very, it's the five, High Priest, it's connected to the Five of Swords. Someone that maybe had a very rigid opinion about things and didn't want to change in the past, might be open for that now. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in to you and the person most on your mind and your relationship in September. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a four of coins. I think this is the whole issue with this relationship. First, there was one person holding this position, being very rigid, refusing to change, refusing to admit to maybe saying or doing the wrong thing, not being able to apologize. And then the person that was kind of the victim of this turned equally stubborn. And I think that ended the relationship, and it was probably necessary. Okay. In the other case, this dynamic would have never changed. And here we have the old bottom of the deck. So Six of Wands, Page of Wands, Two of Cups. So we say that in love, the one that yields wins. Here, a person didn't yield and therefore didn't win. And this is kind of obvious to this person right now. The reality has hit them like a brick wall to their face, and they have lost hope and probably waited for you, Pisces, for a very long time. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. And here we have your feelings and the bond between you two, and their feelings towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, outcome for September, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here, and we have a Six of Cups. So it's also what we saw in the beginning with the Five of Swords in reverse. Someone wants to reconcile. Someone wants to have back what they have lost. And here we have what's on your mind. And we saw the Ten of Wands was kind of falling out of the deck. And here's the Nine of Wands in the reversed, showing that you are sick and tired of this situation. You don't want a reconciliation because you think that what you got in the past is what you would get in the future with this person. It would just be the same old story, and you're not up for it to go another lap with this. You're tired and worn out. And this is what's on their mind with you. And we have the Four of Wands. So it's kind of it's the marriage card. It's having beautiful bonds together and feeling connected, feeling like this is your forever partner, the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. So I'm thinking this is your person's feelings about this situation. They would want to have this relationship together with you also for the future. They don't want to give this up. And this is the bond between you two. And we have a Ten of Pentacles. So it seems like you have had a relationship in the past, or you might be family, or it can be in past lives that you have lived together as a family or being married. So there's a lot of value in this relationship because we have a lot of memories together. We have built a lot of value together. Some of you might even own property together, or you are actually married. You might have family or children and, dogs, whatever, relatives, the same, you're going to the same Thanksgiving dinners and so on and so forth. But it shows value. So you have a lot of history together, and that's your bond. It's a lot of fond memories, but I guess also not so fond memories. And this is your feelings towards this person, and it's much like the King of Pentacles that we saw. This is the Emperor. It's Aries energy. The King of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. So it's very masculine, stable energy. You're not going to budge or change because you made up your mind. You have seen what this relationship brought to you and it wasn't really to your liking. But the Emperor is also, it's a family guy, you know, it's connected to the Four of Wands here. It's just that you're not going to budge. Like you want to be the one that now dictates how this family is going to be run from now on. And this is their feelings towards you. And we have the Empress in the reversed. So they probably miss your more cuddly days when you were not so stubborn in your approach and maybe were a little bit more codependent. The Empress in the reverse can be a person that's codependent and weak for love. It's a person that wants love very badly and they are prepared to sacrifice themselves on the altar of love. So I think the roles have been in reverse now. They have changed. So now this person is ready to sacrifice themselves. So I think what was the purpose here has been achieved, that the table has turned and roles are in the reverse. So people are learning the other end of the rope, so to speak. They are being able to see the other side of things and able to take in their opposite side, their shadow side. So probably you, Pisces, have become more tired, rigid, stubborn, putting high boundaries, don't want to take any more hits. And this person has become more open and vulnerable and ready to take hits for you. So this is your behaviors and attitude. So you act as if the tower is still falling, as if still a disaster and it's never going to be able to be built up again. It might be true or it's an illusion, we'll see. This is their behaviors and attitudes, and they want back this relationship with you. And it's 2 major arcana cards, and these are also major arcana cards. So we'll see. The outcome here is justice in the reversed. So now it's an imbalance, but to the other end. It's usually like this when we learn something new. First, we might be on an extreme to one end. For example, maybe Pisces were extremely weak in this relationship and codependent and gave up your own self-respect to be in this relationship. And then the table turned, so now you're not going to give up anything to be in this relationship. So it's still imbalanced. It's still not imbalanced. Balance will be when both people are calm, mature, healthy, loving, open, vulnerable, strong, have healthy boundaries, so on and so forth. And we haven't come to this point just yet, but at least there's some karma going on here. This person gets some karma for how they behaved in the past, and they are learning, but this can easily turn like the other way around, because the reason to why this person was acting so rigid and stale and with this winner's head on them in the past is probably because they were feeling like you feel now. They didn't want to get hurt again. Enough was enough. Enough people had disrespected them and they said no. And that causes them to behave in ways that hurt you. And now you're behaving in ways that probably are a tool for hurting other people. So you might want to look at that a little bit, not to shame yourself or anything, but just to see to that there's balance. Okay, so we'll look at what this person would tell you if they dared to tell you the truth. I miss you more than I want to admit. You're the only one who gets me. So it's very beautiful pink energy here of love, which we can also see in this upper cards, pink clothes here. This person definitely are vulnerable to you at this point in time and definitely wants to reconcile with you. But they also agree that you are a bad match. Probably you might have had a very passionate relationship in the past with a lot of quarrels, and maybe that was keeping the relationship alive, but it also became tiresome in the end. And we'll see what this person would, how they would want to elaborate this with you are being a bad match. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so they kind of love you, but they also agree with you that, okay, the relationship wasn't that great. So they leave it up to the divine if you are going to be together in the future or not. So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so what would you want to say to this person then? I never felt safe loving you, and I feel lonely without you. For me, money is important. So you didn't feel safe loving this person because it was a constant battle, like pulling each other's hair instead of trying to lift each other up. And particularly this person might have acted very cold in a way and didn't take your feelings into consideration. So it wasn't so strange that you didn't feel safe, and this is your reaction. Protect yourself both with boundaries and a staff over your heart. And the Nine of Wands is a typical card for we don't want to get hurt. So we start to act towards others in the way that we were acted upon and what made us hurt. So it's very easy to become going from the victim to becoming the perpetrator. So try to not be too callous about other people's feelings and what's going on for them in their life. Try to be a little bit more empathic while still having boundaries, and you can still be stubborn, but at least have a little empathy. Okay, I feel lonely without you. You would want that the past that you had together was different, so that you could have been together, but fact are fact. So you don't want to go and be all stupid again and reinstigate this and have another disaster. It's for me, money is important. So I think you're building on your own foundation now to be able to take care of yourself and kind of not need other people at this point. I think that's a good thing right now because it builds on your own foundation, your own security. Like the mountain will still be left when the tower is gone. So you can build upon that. Take care of your body, your health, your living arrangements, your career, your money, make a budget, take care of yourself so you can feel calm and stable. That will put a little bit of a band-aid on this very protective attitude and make you calm down and become more mature, more open, because you can take care of yourself. So you don't need to protect yourself against the world. You don't need to be like all up in flames about like being the warrior. You can calm down, and that's more positive for your relationships. So religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So if you feel like you can't use your own will here to create what you want in relationships, it might be because there's some spiritual quest going on because we see these major arcana cards here. So it's the divine seems very invested in your love life right now. So it might be that you're not able to make your own choices. You can try, but it won't, lead to anything. But because there's an imbalance here that needs to be balanced out, and how it will be balanced out is by healing family issues. We have family here, childhood and past life card, and this is like a gateway which we need to go through, where we need to learn how to behave towards other people and where to have boundaries, healthy boundaries, what we can allow from other people and what we don't allow from them. So it's really about becoming an adult and healing all your past issues where you might have been in imbalance. For example, loving too much and regarding yourself too little, or being too suspicious or too little suspicious. It can be so many different things. Your love life benefit as you forgive your parents and your past, and you can do meditations where you meet one or both of your parents. Go back to a playground that you remember from when you were small and put yourself in the age of 2 or 3 years old. And let your parents pick you up and take you on a picnic and, talk things through. It's usually very helpful, and it can really benefit both your understanding that parents usually do the best they can from the kind of trauma and hurt they have experienced in their life. So it's easier to forgive them if you can understand them. And when you forgive, you release and let go and heal. And that makes you ready to not. Here we can see that maybe you're both are projecting old family issues into the relationship, which is keeping the wound fresh and not able to heal. And if you can heal your past a little bit more, come to terms with it, you can calm down in your relationship that you have right now and become more healthy in them, not projecting old stuff that you need to digest over and over and over again, but actually heal once and for all, so you can be more healthy in this in your day-to-day relationships. Okay, so I will see advice card for you, and we have the eyes of beauty. So right now you don't have the eyes of beauty, you have the eyes of suspicion on you, and it's how you probably took yourself out of a bad situation, but now the divine wants you to change perspective. 25, 24, sorry, 25. Okay, when the eyes of beauty show up in the reading, they require you to examine your perceptions. Do you see the world as perfect and beautiful? Can you retrace your steps from your past to now and see the perfection in the way reality has been created? Truly, perception is everything. A glass half empty is the same as the glass half full, yet so different according to how it's perceived. The eyes of beauty reminds you that if you move forward with conviction, all is well now and always will be. You will see true prosperity as a result. Expect to see beauty and you will be attracting your highest good. As a challenger, the eyes of beauty are a sign that self-centered fear expressed through harsh judgment is behind your current circumstances. Are you seeing only the flaws in your circumstances or in other people? Are you looking at what is wrong instead of what could be made right? If you take some time to adjust your eyes and see things exactly as they are, you cannot help but admire their perfection. Release your expectations and demands and be with the truth of the way things are now. You're whole and beautiful and perfect, and what you observe is too. May not be exactly what you want, but perhaps in shifting your vision, you will find clarity and will see that it's exactly what you need at this time. A total shift in perception is what's required now. Okay, so my dear Pisces, I hope this was helpful. And I would urge you to watch your reading, Their True Thoughts and Feelings, in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably tell you more about this story, or the reading Your Next Relationship from the Who Is Coming Towards You playlist. You can also watch the next 3 months love prediction to get the longer perspective into October. And on my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign with all the latest videos to watch. If you want to watch the channel's readings in advance and ads-free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal questions readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. Thank you for watching and take really good care, and bye for now.